Architect. An architect is someone who designs buildings. They create plans for houses, offices, schools, and other structures. Architects use their creativity and technical skills to make buildings that are both beautiful and functional. Their work helps shape the cities and towns we live in. The first step in an architect's job is to meet with clients. Clients are the people who want to build something. They might want a new home, a new office, or even a large public building like a library. The architect listens to what the client needs and wants. They ask questions about the size, style, and purpose of the building. This helps the architect understand what the client is looking for. After meeting with the client, the architect begins designing. They use computer programs to create detailed drawings and blueprints. Blueprints show what the building will look like from different angles. They also show where things like doors, windows, and walls will go. Architects must think about many things when they design a building. They need to make sure the building will be safe, comfortable, and practical. One important part of an architect's job is making sure the building will be safe. Buildings must be strong enough to stand for many years. They need to be able to handle different weather conditions, like wind, rain, and snow. Architects also need to think about fire safety and make sure people can leave the building quickly in case of an emergency. Another part of designing is making sure the building is comfortable. Architects think about how people will use the space. For example, in a home, the architect might place the kitchen near the dining room so it's easy to serve food. In an office, the architect might design open spaces for teamwork and quiet rooms for meetings. They also think about things like lighting, airflow, and temperature to make the space pleasant to be in. Architects must also follow local building codes. Building codes are rules set by the government to make sure all buildings are safe. These codes tell architects how buildings should be constructed. Architects must know these codes and include them in their designs. If the design does not meet the codes, the building cannot be built. Once the design is finished, the architect presents it to the client. They explain the plans and answer any questions the client has. Sometimes, the client will ask for changes. The architect will then adjust the design to meet the client's needs. Once the client is happy with the design, the project can move to the next step. The next step is construction. Architects don't build the buildings themselves, but they work closely with the construction team. They visit the building site to make sure everything is going according to the plan. They check to see that the workers are following the blueprints correctly. If there are any problems, the architect helps find a solution. Architects also think about the environment. Many architects today try to design buildings that are eco-friendly. This means using materials and techniques that are good for the environment. For example, they might use solar panels to create energy or design windows to let in more natural light. This helps reduce the building's energy use. Architects also think about how the building will affect the surrounding area. They want to make sure the building fits in with its environment. Becoming an architect takes a lot of training. Most architects go to college and study architecture. In college, they learn about design, math, engineering, and art. After finishing school, they must pass an exam to become a licensed architect. Being licensed means they have the skills and knowledge to design buildings safely and professionally. Architects need to have a mix of creative and technical skills. They must be able to think creatively to design unique buildings. But they also need to be good at problem solving to make sure the building will work in real life. Attention to detail is very important because even a small mistake can cause big problems during construction. Technology has changed the way architects work. In the past, architects used paper and pencils to draw their plans. Today, they use computer software to create 3D models. These models allow clients to see what the building will look like before it is built. Technology also helps architects make more accurate designs and test them for safety. Architects work on many different types of projects. Some architects specialize in residential buildings, like houses and apartments. Others focus on commercial buildings like offices and shopping centers. There are also architects who design public buildings such as schools, hospitals, and museums. Some architects even work on designing parks, bridges, or whole city plans. In conclusion, architects play a crucial role in designing the buildings and spaces we use every day. They combine creativity and technical skill to make buildings that are safe, comfortable, and beautiful. Architects must think about the needs of their clients, follow building codes, and consider the environment. Becoming an architect requires years of training, but it is a rewarding career that helps shape the world around us.